All right, and we are live with session 0.5 of a Christmas one shot. 'Tis the season after all. And we are not going to get started like usual because today I'm not actually the GM. So, Abe, take it away.
Alrighty, folks. Have we all selected our characters?
We haven't even
No?
gone over the characters yet. That
Well,
was
this
that
is
was the
true.
first thing to do.
Oh, well, there we go. There we go. So,
So, so
since I
whoever
want to
you
do
want to
this
do
in
first,
Pathfinder,
whoever you want to do first, click on their token. Make sure you're in
alright,
the
so,
token layer.
whoops.
And then once you have it selected, let me know.
Alright, I've selected the token.
All right, now hit Shift and then Z.
Shift Z. Okay, there you go. Alrighty. So, this is Frigg. She is a uh, elven cleric. And just to read about her background, Frigg is a rowdy elven cleric whose favorite pastimes include drinking, pranking the reindeer, and then pranking reindeer. Her best friend is a sentient snowman named Yellow who hasn't been eaten by the gnomes yet for obvious reasons. When not drinking, Frigg spends her time helping the forestry elves of Hollyton, acting as the town healer. Hopefully not when she's drinking. Uh, she usually is content to use her bow, but when she's feeling particularly cantankerous or excited, she is known to use her hammer to knock around some wolves, goblins, and any elf who gets too mouthy. That is the first character. Do you want to go over like the stats and stuff?
Um, Probably not, unless people want to, but it's a cleric, so if you're not familiar
Yeah.
with that, it's a religious healing class.
And I did give her one offensive spell.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
clerics are secretly like overpowered because no one ever wants to play the healer. And so in especially in D&D 5th edition, but even in this, they made them so that they can both heal and do just as much damage as any of the other classes.
Oh yeah. I was kind of surprised when I was building her. I was like, it's actually kind of like an OP character because I started out just trying to make her just a generic healer. I was like, oh wow,
And
actually.
that is typical. It's kind of a cliche at this point. No one wants to play the healer, and so they're like, well, fine, we'll just make healers the best class in the game.
Alrighty. And then you said Control Z, correct?
Shift Z,
Shift Z.
and yeah, so there we go.
This is Jingles. Jingles is a um, Rainitar barbarian. Um, Jingles is a young headstrong Rainitar who loves nothing better than dispensing justice to the ruffians of the North Pole. Jingles' dream is to be on Santa's security detail, and so he looks for any opportunity to prove himself. However, this often ends with Jingles rushing foolhardily into anything resembling danger. His other pastimes include trying to fly, practicing his combat skills, and, when no one's around, singing Christmas carols.
So my one question on this one is when he dreams, does he occasionally have glimpses of his past life as a very angry islander who looks a lot like Dwayne the Rock Johnson and might be named Manawanui?
No, not at all. That's just because he's washed up on this island doesn't mean that, he got whisked away from some post-apocalyptic water world-esque scenario. Don't even worry about it. Any resemblance to any person's living or dead or fictional is completely happenstantial.
Well, when he just randomly starts going, Jingles can pick things up. I'm just saying,
don't
we'll know
even
why.
don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. And then the last character, see, is Tessie. all capitals. Tessie is a gnome rogue. Specific subtype
He's
of
a
rogue, but
chameleon gnome,
that's right. He's a chameleon
if I
gnome.
remember correctly.
So he can he generally, from what I was reading, he like shifts slightly to like the color of his surroundings. Is that correct?
Yeah, so he's able to like somewhat mimic his surroundings
Yeah.
to get even more stealthy.
Yeah. No one quite knows how Tessie got his name. Some speculate it's from his oft cantankerous attitude and general testy nature, and some others say it has to do with his dubious origin in the bowels of the coal mines. Whatever the origin of his name might be, Tessie, might be Tessie's time in the coal mines has taught him a thing or two about stealth and the subtle art of finding misplaced things. Sometimes people come looking for those poor abandoned things and try and misplace them again. When not thieving, I mean reappropriating things. Tessie enjoys finding anything of value, or not, sneaking, and trying various concoctions that he hopes will make him sneakier. Tessie also has a soft spot for his fellow coal miners and will sometimes make anonymous donations to him. There's much more to write about him, but I seem to have misplaced my inkwell. And that's the ball game, folks.
All right, so Anna, do you have one that you kind of like? I feel like we should let you pick first.
Well, I'm usually just drawn to like the basic barbarian.
And Jingles can pick stuff up.
Jingles can pick stuff up. But in the spirit of Christmas, I'll try something different. So I guess unless anybody's opposed, I thought I might try the Cleric.
Go for it.
Considering I like never play clerics or spellcasters ever.
All right, and clerics are one of the easier ones. It's not like a wizard.
Yeah.
And then her spells are kind of easy. They're
I'll take Jingles then. I don't want to play another rogue.
Alrighty. And I am more than happy to be a gnome rogue. So, be ready for probably the worst voice you've ever heard.
Hey, that's why we're here. Alrighty.
Characters are assigned. I'll take care of that real quick in Roll20, and you can go forward, Abe.
Alright, so a little bit of background on the situation. Tragedy has struck the North Pole. Oh, tragedy is about to strike Dallas as well. Oh. There you go. Santa and the ambiguously named Spirit of Christmas have gone missing. With both of them gone, the North Pole is plunged into chaos. With polar bears coming down from the north and ravaging the north of the North Pole. And the general Christmassy vibe of everything kind of just starting to dim down, and strange happenings and occurrences happening among the various mythical peoples of the North Pole. And there's some grumbling among some of the elves and the lower class. Something
You
must
could
be
say
done.
you could say there's strange happenings at the Circle A,
At the Circle A?
like the Arctic Circle, but the quote is Circle K.
I like it. I like it.
Sorry, I had to chime in there. It was too perfect.
I appreciate comedy is always welcome. So the Christmas Council has convened to decide on what to do about the situation. Meanwhile, they've sent out requests to you three pretty obscure heroes to come and try and solve the situation. We find our heroes on the road to Christmas Town from their various homes.
All right, so we're like currently traveling down the road.
Mm-hmm. Y'all
Alright.
took a... Oh, dang it, I didn't add it to the map. There's supposed to be a little dock in Hollytown, but anywho. So that's why y'all are here in Hollyton.
Okay, so we're in Hollyton. We're not on the road.
Yeah, well, that's where y'all... Yeah.
We're on the
That's-
road leading into Hollyton.
From Hollyton to Christmas Town.
So we just left Hollyton.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Just trying to figure out where we even are right now.
You're good. You're good.
All right, so what's the road like? Like this time of year, is it just covered in snow, forested? What's going on around us?
Well, this time, usually, the road between Christmastown and Hollyton is a well-traveled avenue, with the wood elves of Hollyton frequently bringing back Christmas trees and holly and all sorts of Christmas
Paraphernalia?
fauna paraphernalia to Christmastown. But since the disappearance of Jingles died. Since the disappearance of Santa and the Christmas spirit, everybody just kind of stayed where they're at. The roads are no longer safe. Reports of strange things coming out of the woods that are accosting travelers. Oh, and also this is the road that the coal miners used to bring the coal from the coal mines through Hollyton to Christmas Town. So as you walk down this abandoned, but it looks like a well-traveled road, but it's pretty dead. You guys are like some of the only travelers. You think it's kind of weird that well, maybe not all of you. If any of you had to think about it, it's kind of strange that they'd summon only you three.
Oh yeah. And then have we already met? Like, did we meet in Hollyton and we've already introduced ourselves, or we
No,
just
you're
like
just
walking
starting out on the
awkwardly?
road. Yeah.
So we met together on the road.
Yes.
Okay.
You do not know each other before this.
Do we all
know-
know that we've been like summoned?
Yeah, that was my next question.
No, you just know that you've been summoned.
Okay. So we're just like walking. It's like that awkward thing where you start walking, but then like somebody else is like walking the same direction that you are, and you're like kind of staring at them, and you're like kind of a little bit confused. It's like you good friend?
Right.
You following me?
All right. Well, I was on the road probably about 5 minutes before the other two of you. And so as you're walking along, you see a gnome. Like, well, technically what you see is a very small Christmas tree. And at first you ignore it, but then it takes about 3 steps and then stops for a second. And then it takes another 3 steps and then it stops for a second. And it's not until you get closer that you realize it's not a Christmas tree. It's a gnome who has disguised himself as a Christmas tree. And is just sideways walking along the road.
Mrs. Claus, is that you?
No, it's me. I'm trying to sneak. Haven't you heard there are wolves in these woods?
Wolves, where?
I don't know. I just heard there are wolves in these woods.
I'll go get them. I charge into the woods.
You charge into the woods, and as you're going through the underbrush, you knock some trees, and a huge pile of snow falls on you.
Wolves! Wolves! I run back to the party.
Did you get him?
They got me! Run!
Will you carry me? My short legs don't go very quickly.
I'll go with like a swoop him up with my reindeer antlers and throw him up onto my back.
All right, I'm hanging on to your ponytail for dear life.
It's like an epic, like, you know, in the fighting games where you do your combo move and it goes. It's like that moment, and we
Alright.
take off down the road.
Wait, we left the drunk lady behind.
I'm not with her.
But what if the wolves get her?
What if the wolves get me?
I guess you're right. Good luck, drunk lady. I shout behind us.
I'm just like shaking my head, laughing hysterically. Also because while you guys were busy with the wolves, I set up a trip line in front of us, meaning to prank reindeer.
Rain
But
cars are
considering you are half
basically
reindeer, I couldn't help myself, so I did. I set up a little tripwire.
All right, well, I'm
So,
gonna perception check. I feel like, I mean, I'm not the GM. Abe, can I perception check to call out the tripwire before we hit it?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's right.
For some reason, I thought you were the Rainitar for a second.
No, I'm the.
You can.
Yes, the Rainitar talks like this. My
Yeah.
name's Jingles.
As they do.
All right. Does this count as? This would count as a trap, right?
I would say it counts as a trap. It's a tripwire.
All right.
I think you actually have a special ability when it comes to traps. Or no, you
Yes.
don't. JK.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Perception, trap finder.
Oh, you do.
Plus
Trap
one
finder, that's
circumstance
right.
bonus to finding traps.
I thought I had added it, but I wasn't sure.
All right, so we'll see how this goes.
Where's
All right, 20.
Oh, you. As you are scooped up by the reindeer and thrown in the air, you think you see a gleam of some steel wire ahead that crosses the path.
Oh dang, she's just putting piano wire across the road. She's
It's
gonna
not,
kill
it's not
somebody.
like steel wire. It's like
About
a
it.
fishing line.
Hey, listen, if it was fishing line, you couldn't see the glint.
Wait, I think I see something. Mr. Raintar, do you trust me?
No.
Well then, don't jump when I say not to jump. Don't jump now!
I jump.
Alright, you jump over the wire, presumably.
I was gonna say.
Should I roll acrobatics or
I was
something?
about to say, let's do an acrobatics check. Which you have a +4 on.
Oh no.
Alright, so as you approach the wire, you stubbornly jump when the elf tells you not to jump. But in your stubbornness, you clench your muscles too tight, and you trip over your front hooves, and you guys both go tumbling.
Reindeer are so dumb.
Ow.
Guys, I'm stuck in a snowdrift, and my feet are just sticking out of a snowdrift, wiggling. Help!
As I'm like dying laughing, but continue to walk forward, drinking out of my mug that still has alcohol in it from the last time because I'm still carrying it around. I just like grab you with one hand and like pop you out of the snowdrift.
Thank you.
Who are you?
Well, I am Frigg. Well, I'm Frigg, and I like. I can't remember what I like, guys. I may have had a little too much at the last stop. It was a little stronger than they said it was. Um.
Oh yeah, the eggnog
What?
there's crazy.
Oh, not gonna lie, best eggnog I've had, and that cider was definitely alcoholic. So, um, fun fact: don't mix your alcohols. Tomorrow's gonna.
Bet it wouldn't even get me drunk.
Well, I'm Frigg, and who are you?
My name is Jingles, and I'm the strongest Rainitar in the land. Just watch me. And I try and ram a tree.
You wanna roll survival?
I feel like it would be strength.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Well, it
survival.
depends. What are you trying to do?
He's
I'm just
trying
trying
to
to
damage a tree.
Yeah, I'm trying
Oh,
to
okay, well
knock
then-
down the tree. I'm trying
Roll
to
strength.
uproot the tree.
Yeah, that would be strength, probably.
Survival is more like tracking or figuring out directions, that sort of thing.
So you charge at the tree, hit it dead center with your antlers. It makes kind of like a creaking noise, but then another huge pile of snow falls on your head.
Ugh. I'll get that one of these tries.
I was impressed.
Frigg is on the ground laughing again. I love reindeer. Well, we all seem to be the only people heading this same direction.
And there's traps. Somebody's been setting traps along this road. We better stick together.
I agree. What mad person would do that? Clearly someone is deranged.
I don't know, but when I find them, they're gonna get a piece of my hooves.
Maybe it was the wolves.
I bet you're
agree.
right. They're clever
Wolves.
guys.
Yes, this is very true. Especially the wolves around here. Especially recently with all the strange happenings. Wait, what were we talking about again?
I don't know. Strange happenings just came up. I don't hear much over at the coal mine, so I don't even know what strange happenings you're talking about.
Well, maybe they'll know in Christmas Town.
This is true.
As you guys continue to talk, you notice that the sun is getting dangerously low in the sky, and a brutal north wind has picked up, blowing right into your face as you walk towards Christmas Town. Or if you were to start walking towards Christmas.
Oh no! Help! I'm being blown away! My beard is acting like a sail!
I take my hammer and I like tie it to his beard.
Thank you!
You're welcome.
I'm
Frank,
not
would you
walking
like a ride?
backward. That would be helpful, yes! It's much easier than dragging this hammer with my beard!
I figured Frigg would be carrying you with the hammer, but
Yeah, I was thinking like a hobo knapsack sort of thing.
Yeah, you know, I got the hammer over my shoulder and beard's attached to the hammer, so
you're just dangling.
I'm like a kite.
yeah, he's like my own little kite. It's great. Wee.
Wee.
Well, I think Frigg should hop on my back and we should take off at top speed to Christmas Town. I promise I will not hit any trees.
That sounds good. I'm gonna hop on his back and kind of like I hop on his back but not facing the correct way, and I'm like leaning kind of, so I'm like leaning on his like neck, so I'm kind of like laying on him as a bed, and I kind of grab some rope and like tie myself in and pass out.
Well,
what about like Tessie?
He's still hooked. He's still hooked to my
Okay.
hammer, which is hooked to my belt.
so he's just dragging along the side.
It helps with the pain to pretend I'm just a Christmas ornament.
All right, so it's about a 10-hour walk to Christmas Town. So it's probably, since you're running at full speed, would be about like 5 hours. Do you want to run the whole way there?
Yes, I am the strongest, most enduring pony in this.
Okay, so would that be strength again?
That'd probably
Or
be
athletics?
fortitude check.
Okay, why don't you do a fortitude check?
Oh no, it's actually
19.
+6. That's +1.
So 19. All right, so you're able to keep up the good pace, surprisingly, for most of the way. But by now the sun has definitely set, and the cold wind, the cold wind has picked up, and the temperatures have plummeted quite a bit.
All right, I have
Tessie.
entire snotsicles coming out of my nose, just like
I was
frozen.
I was gonna say, is he still being like blown in the wind?
Guys, I don't think we're gonna make it tonight. Can we stop and start a fire?
Whoa! And I pull up and send Frigg flying.
Testy is attached to Frigg, so Testy. Maybe I've unattached myself. I've managed to get myself unattached, and I have tried to hang on, but I've ended up instead tied onto some belt on Jingles, who's just got me like looped under my arms.
Would you care to make a reflex save, baby?
Okay.
The +5.
+5. $24.
So as you're sent hurling off of Jingle's back, you do a neat front flip and land perfectly on your feet.
But I'm still asleep.
Yes. Whilst asleep.
All right, and in the background, Jingles and I are just holding up signs, and I have like 10 on my board.
9.8.
Harsh.
I'm not as forgiving.
Frigg kind of starts to flutter eyes open and is like, huh? Wait, where's the eggnog? I was promised eggnog.
You've been
Why
passed out this whole time?
Eggnog, man. I told you. It takes a lot out of a person.
It is very dense.
I nudge Testy and I say, this girl drinks.
Yeah, I get the feeling that we're lucky we didn't run into her at the bar.
So it's good and solidly night at this point. There is no moon, just a harsh north wind blowing through the trees. And it's pretty dark.
Did you give me anything useful for starting fires or anything?
Did you give me anything useful?
I gave you a divine lance, thank you. You cast that at the ground enough, something's gonna happen.
I'm assuming that we have the basic adventuring gear, even though it's not listed.
You do.
So backpack,
I did not add it.
steel rope, clothing.
It's invisible. No, you have no clothes. I'm nearing hypothermic conditions.
We put our clothes back on.
Exactly.
The entire party dies.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
I would
Of
like to
hypothermia.
roll survival to try and find a place to build a shelter.
Alrighty. You can do that.
19.
Oh, nice. So, you see a nice secluded spot in the trees that's sheltered on one side by a small hill, acting as a windbreak, and to a certain extent a snowbreak as well. As you see, the snow is much shallower there.
All right, guys. I think I can set something up over here. But my hands are too cold and frozen. Can I put them on your back?
I'm gonna give him the last of the eggnog in my mug.
Yeah, there's like a thimbleful, but that's an entire glass for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll work. So I drink it. I'm like, all right, I'm now dying faster, but I feel warm.
That's what we want, little buddy.
All right, so using my gnomish abilities to and long practiced skills at digging things after all my time in the mines, I'm gonna scoop out that snow and get down to ground level, and I'll be like, Jingles, gather as many pine branches as you can get a hold of and put them in a pile. And Frigg, if you can look for any dead branches or dried leaves or moss or anything like that, we can probably get a fire started.
Yeah, I can do that.
So as Jingles, probably not Frigg because she's a bit toasted to notice, but as Jingles is walking through the forest gathering up tinder, he thinks he hears in the wind I don't know if you could hear that, by the way.
I heard wind. Kind of what my character was supposed to hear, maybe?
I heard a creepy voice. I couldn't understand it either.
Nothing.
Egg toy?
Well, you know what? As long as you hear creepy voices in the wind, that's all that really matters.
Is anyone else hearing something about egg toys? It's making me kind of hungry.
Egg toys. Why would you use eggs as toys? You eat eggs.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe it's like an Easter thing?
You
You
eat
know, they do
Easter
a lot of-
eggs?
I mean, they do a lot of weird stuff with eggs during Easter.
Easter. And I get this look like a nom veteran. Shake my head. Never mind. Forget about Easter. We've got more pressing matters. Alright, so then I use my flint and steel and I start up a fire. So we've got some bedding, we've got a fire going.
You guys gonna eat or talk around the? You guys just going to sleep after this?
Frigg is sitting next to Jingles and is kind of playing with his hair, kind of like braiding it a little bit without
And-
asking. She just like kind of came up and like sat next to him and just kind of started doing it.
And I'm loving it. And I'm also like pretty much passed out from sprinting for the last 5 hours.
Yeah. And Tessie has pulled his buns out and is warming them on the fire. Ah, nice and warm, finally.
Nobody needed to see that. You need some butter for those buns, buddy?
Sure, I've got ham and cheese too. I was gonna make some for everyone. Anyone got an egg? I'm still really craving eggs.
Ooh, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. Mmm.
Well, buns, but close enough.
So as you guys sit and carouse around the fire, the storm gets more intense around you, and as you look into the darkness, you think you see the trees moving, but that could also just be them swaying in the wind. And then you think you hear again.
Guys, I think it might be saying that it wants to eat the toys.
Eat
It's not saying it
toys?
wants to go on a keto diet.
Maybe. I mean, eggs are keto, so.
Yeah, and like toys, I guess. I don't know. Would toys be keto?
Toys didn't exist in the Paleolithic era, so I don't think so.
That's true.
I may be mixing up my
But did
diets, though.
Santa exist?
That's paleo diet.
Paleo diet, that's the one.
Keto's where you just eat like
Meat.
meat.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just like all meat and oil.
Red meat and fat. So I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway.
Yeah. Guys, this voice is getting pretty fluffin' scary.
No need to fear. Jingles is here.
You know what? Normally it's not until after, I eat some mushroom juice that I start hearing the voices.
You have mushroom juice?
Always.
Oh, well, next time mention that first before I start running for 5 hours through the night.
That's
Would have been much more fun of a ride.
I feel like you guys would end up in like the middle of the woods.
It's just all three of us in the middle of the woods. At this point, we are all naked, just like staring at the sky.
Whispering something about eggs and toys.
Right?
It's just the wind, guys. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Or it could
The wind
be
is
those
notoriously
wolves.
non. The wind is usually a nice. So I'm sure we shouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I trust the drunkest person on the trip too. Shall we go onward then?
We just finished dinner. Shouldn't we sleep first or something?
I got confused. I thought it was the morning. Yeah.
You guys all just need to go to sleep and close your eyes. Nothing bad will happen.
Awesome.
Good night.
Right, well, while we are waiting, does anyone want to be a guinea? I mean, try out one of my super fun sodas?
Got one question for you, little friend.
Yeah.
Does it contain alcohol?
This one does.
It's been a while. I gave you the last of my eggnog. I'll try some of that.
All right, and I hand you a blue vial.
I take it and I kind of swirl it and kind of sniff it a little bit. What kind of a bouquet does it have?
It has a bouquet of like pine needles and bananas.
Do you want to roll your herbalism lore? See if you can't tell what's in it.
Yeah, I guess.
You have a +4.
+4. $13.
So you definitely recognize the pine needles, and it seems to be some sort of mix of like fermented pine sap and something else you're not quite sure of, but it definitely has alcohol in
All right, well, that's all I need to know. So I kind of sniff it and appreciate it. I'm like, it's a very, very nice bouquet. It kind of reminds me of gin. And I like chug the whole thing.
it. Quick question. If I'm rolling on seeing what kind of effect that would have, what would that be?
Do you have a table that you're trying to roll on, or what?
What do you mean?
Well,
So
if
do you
you're
have, like-
trying to roll to determine the effect, you have to have some way to translate the roll into an effect, right?
1 is this, 2
Oh,
is this.
I see what you're saying. Um,
I totally
generally,
thought you meant like rolling a physical die on a table.
I thought that's what you were talking about as well. Generally. All right, so like roll a d6. Alrighty. So you feel the effects of the alcohol almost immediately, and you start to see the trees change colors, and then you pass out. You have all these weird dreams about weird trees, eating toys, and like kind of like you know that Heffalump dream
Mm-hmm.
who had? It's like that, except with like Christmas trees.
All right, so I take out a little notebook and I say, causes restless sleeping. Good to know. I'll have to interview her in the morning to find out more. And Jingles, did you want to try one?
Shh. Shh.
That sounds like consent to me. He didn't say no. All right, and I'm going to try to pour a purple potion in his mouth.
Num 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 num.
Now, would you mind rolling 6-sided dice? Huh? You also got a fail. Okay, so you start to
I rolled again.
Okay.
Go with a 2 this time.
I, I definitely appreciate it. Um, you start to have dreams about flying and about, being like the best Rainitar, and like your Santa's telling you how much of a vital member of the team you are. And it overall just makes you feel really, really nice about yourself.
Oh, Santa made me a Pegasus. Hey.
All right, causes blissful dreams. Man, these coffee potions are not working as intended. Well, I guess it's up to me to take the watch, as always. And then I go and I stand a little distance from the fire and I pull small ornaments out of my pockets and change colors and turn into a Christmas tree once again.
So as night goes on, it's kind of nearing morning. It's twilight, so it's like a little bit of light, but still not quite enough. You hear kind of like a little ruckus, like the sound of like springs and jingles coming down the road.
Jingles, wake up! I hear jingles!
What? What?
Down the road, springs and jingles!
Oh.
So as you look, you see this little tiny like toy soldier type thing, and it's got like the springs and like a little drum on its back, and it's just marching its way a little bit down the road, kind of happy.
I'm hiding behind Jingle's head, watching it through his hair, which I am holding up as a screen in front of my eyes, so that theoretically whatever's out there can't see me.
Theoretically. Do you guys just watch it as it passes by? Because you're off the road and the snow's built up a little bit of a drift. So unless you say something, it's not gonna know you're there.
Is this normal? Do toys normally just walk on their own around here?
Yeah, normally you got like some sentient toys. Um, but like it's kind of weird that this one's walking at this like through the night and like on this road because, like I said, no one's really going out on the roads.
He might be in league with the wolves. We should capture him and question him. Put his little feet over the fire until he talks.
Oh, jeez.
Do toys feel fire?
I don't know, but we could find out.
So he's kind of like he's kind of like passing by you as right about now. Marching his little booty. What? Yeah.
I don't know,
Ron?
Tessie. I'm staying right here.
What if
Know
we
what you're-
threw a lasso at him and pulled him over here?
I don't think they could.
You roll?
I was on mute.
Oh, she said she's going to. Anna asked if she could roll stealth for something, and we'll see.
Good gracious. Okay. Well, then there's no point in trying to be stealthy about
What were
it.
So you
trying
just
to
trip
do?
and fall directly in front of the soldier?
I was going to try to tie the long hairs on the back of Jingle's legs together
Yeah.
on the back and tie his legs together.
So you end up tying your own shoelaces into his hooves instead.
Jingles
you
is a
don't
little.
notice. You haven't noticed yet, and so you're just standing behind him.
I'm just
with
like
this
standing
big
behind,
smile on your face.
and I have a little pokey stick from the fire, and I just kind of poke Jingles with it in the back, in the behind.
So Jingles, you feel this burning sensation on your butt.
My butt! My butt! I start running around chasing my tail.
As he takes off, your feet are swept out from under you as your shoelaces are pulled along with his back legs.
Greg is more drunk than I thought. I'm not as think as you drunk I was.
Alright. Tessie tries to hold on to Jingle's hair, but eventually is flung free and lands directly in front of the toy soldier.
Oh. Oh, hello, little Christmas tree. Are you a toy too?
Yes! I'm one of those newfangled Christmas tree toys. Jingle,
Oh,
jingle!
Oh boy. Are you going to Christmas Town to see Santa Claus as well?
Actually, I may have missed it. Who summoned us? Was that Santa or was it someone else?
No, it was a Christmas council. Santa's missing.
Okay, Santa's.
Do we know that Santa's missing?
You know Santa's missing.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like semi-common knowledge.
Testy has no idea that Santa's missing. He doesn't hear much in the coal mines.
Oh. So
Go ahead.
are you going to go see Santa Claus as well? I was gonna say it.
Yes, Santa, the big man. He wanted to talk to me about how good toys are this year.
Huh. That's it. You said you were a new toy, right?
Yeah, I just came out this year. I'm the first prototype.
Huh. Well, let's go. Jingles, you said your name was?
It's Jingle Jingle. Why are you going to see Santa?
Because I was hoping that I'll be given to a little child this year.
Wait, do we give the sentient toys to children?
No. But this is kind of like a young toy, so he doesn't really know that.
Ah.
He wants to be like the other like non-sentient toys.
Okay, that's a thing that someone could want.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Yeah, do you wanna meet my friends? We're traveling together.
More toys?
No, these ones aren't toys. They're more like a wall of meat and a very drunk person.
Oh. Huh. Well, the more the merrier, and this is the season.
Yeah, they're the ones still running in circles, screaming behind us this entire time. I'm surprised you didn't notice. They're kind of loud.
Huh. What do you know? That's kind of crazy. Well, are you guys ready to go? I'm kind of impatient to get there.
That's a good question. Are you guys ready to go?
I can't feel my feet anymore.
After about 5 circles, your shoelaces finally snap in two, and you're hurled into a snowbank.
It's the wolves! The wolves are back!
Not the wolves again! And I
Wolves!
jump into the snow and turn white.
Now, who would be silly enough to think that snow is wolves?
I mean, there's white wolves. You don't know.
Are the wolves
Let's
gone?
go, guys.
While you guys have been hiding from the wolves, the little toy has been running for his life kind of down the road.
But he's a toy and he has little tiny legs, so he's like not made it very
he's not
far.
made it that far. Like he's one of the ones that like marches and like it's like he moves with his hands,
Yeah.
It's like when his hands go up and down, that's when his feet go up and down. So he hasn't gone that far. But he's kind of slipping out.
I'm gonna get up and brush myself off with the snow and
Quick, someone hit him with a snowball! He's gonna get away!
As Frigg is getting out of the snowbank, I yell, "Wolves!"
Ah! He kind of like redoubles his effort, but like again, it really has made zero impact on his speed.
It's the wolves in the snowbank! They're in the snowbank with you!
Tessie is just like, freaking out. He thinks you're talking to him. And starts burrowing under the snow.
Frigg jumps out of the snow and starts climbing up a tree that starts bending over because it was way too small for her. And just like it like is bending over onto the path right where like the little toy is.
Tessie like burrows out of the snow right in front of you and then is like, ah! I'm trying to escape the wolves! And I jump up onto the same tree that Frigg is on, just in time for her to slip off. Yeah! As I get flung like, remember me!
You want to roll would that be Constitution? Dex
Who's rolling in for what?
You.
Okay.
You've been catapulted through the air.
Oh, wait, me.
Huh?
So
Tessie.
me.
Tessie is rolling.
I'm sorry, yes.
All right. And then what am I rolling for? Like,
Well, what would that be? Would that be AC? Or would that be...
that's what I'm asking. What is the roll for? Is it for the impact
Oh.
at the end? Is it for how well I fly through the air? Is it for how far I go? What am I rolling for?
It's kind of like how well you fly through the air.
All right, that would probably be acrobatics.
You want to roll an acrobatics check?
Sure, I'm pretty good at that. How many bonuses to this? Does this count as a trap?
I feel like a trap requires intention.
Sag. 23.
And okay, so as you're leaving, you have the wherewithal to throw your trusty beard around a branch as you fly by, which propels you around, and you skillfully maneuver your momentum to bring you down safely into another snowbank.
Alright, so I come gliding back down on my beard. I told you I was like a kite! Whee! And I'm just holding my beard out on either side of me like bat wings.
Frigg is watching him like come down. Is like, should somebody catch him?
No need to fear. Jingles is here.
He's gonna get skewered.
I take off towards the landing zone.
I'm coming in hot! Speed up a little bit!
I don't know. Do I have like NOS injection? Can I?
You can roll strength and see if you can get there in time.
Let's do it. Oh,
That'd probably be athletics.
Oh. Okay. That's better for you. As well.
oof.
Less likely. Well, you try your hardest to try and pick up speed, but you just keep sinking back into the snow every time you try and get grip.
I'm sorry. I haven't done my morning stretches.
Alright, so I'm overshot by a little bit, and I end up with one of your horns through, like, it looks like it stabbed me, but it luckily just barely missed. It's just sticking through my shirt. Like, ah!
Killed
I've
him.
been impaled! Oh, wait. I pat myself down. I'm fine! I'm alive! Oh, candy cane on a stick! That was close!
So as you're all marveling at the Goldbruce, what's it called? Rug Goldbrug? Yeah. Series of events that just took place. The poor little toy has made it somewhat down the road, and hearing what you said about snowbanks, has kind of went to the right side of the road to avoid the snow pile up on the left side of the road.
So, I've met a new friend, question mark? The toy over there is trying to go see Santa. It sounds like he's going to Christmas Town, same as us, if we wanted to take him.
That's weird. Was it just me? I thought I remembered the like Santa. There's something important about Santa, guys. What is it? Like like Santa's. What's the word?
Jolly?
No, I don't think that's it. That was something more
Full of cookies?
sinister. No. It's like
Can
The
see you
boss?
when you're sleeping? That's pretty sinister.
No, it is close to that. I feel like it's close to that. It's something kind of something bad, guys. I can't remember. I'm sure if it's
Santa
important,
is
I'll remember
bad.
later.
Bad.
Dun, dun, dun.
Like bad.
Oh, you like bad to the bone?
Bad.
I mean, he is thick with like a C.
Is this like the Russian biker Santa where he's got like, sawed off shotgun and like a really big belt and it's just like wearing
is like-
combat armor?
Did you guys ever see the movie Claus?
Yeah.
He's like that Santa.
Which one? The real one or the toy one?
No, Claus.
Not the Santa Claus Santa.
Oh, not Santa Claus. Okay.
Yeah, like the one who
Never
like
mind.
in the.
Ignore me. I've had too much eggnog.
So yeah, kind of what I was describing, like badass Russian Santa.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Santa's the baddest muffin fluffer there is.
Well, as long as we're all on the same page, do we need to catch up with the little guy?
At some point we should probably scoop him up. He seems to be very afraid of wolves.
Wolves! I take off and scoop up the toy.
Don't leave me behind! I'm hanging off of the shoelace that is still tied to your hoof. Just like snow skiing. On my belly.
So the toy thinks he's been snatched by wolves, so he's like, "No, please, Mr. Wolf, I'm sorry. Don't eat me, don't eat me." As he's trying to
The
kind
wolves
of get
got
off
him!
your antler. And
Save ourselves! Leave him to die!
But I already have him.
we're gonna.
Well, then where are the wolves?
I don't know. Wait. Hold on a second.
How do
Frig,
I roll real quick?
/R. Then how many dice you're gonna roll? So like a 1.
So
Then
1d20.
Yeah, if you're doing a 1d20, it would be /R 1d20 with a space between the R and the 1.
Ew. Let me use slash.
And it's a /, so that's the one with the question mark.
All right. So he tries to wriggle free, and he's gotten to the edge of your antler. If he continues unabated, he will dislodge himself from your head.
I grab him off of my antlers and toss him to Frigg.
Are you still writing jingles, Frig?
I mean, no, I'm probably like behind them because I don't. I
Frigg
wasn't
is still
on
sneaking
Frigg.
around camp.
The little
Frig
toy
is still in
goes flying over the back of over the head of Tessie and into the snow behind y'all.
I'm like following behind eventually, but I only have 2 legs to run on, so
Everybody calm down. I don't see any wolves.
Well, blah. I've eaten a lot of snow at this point. I'm just squirting snow out because I've been dragged along behind the reindeer for this entire time. I'm gonna need a minute. And just like an endless stream of snow is piling up next to me.
Frigg is gonna go to the snow pile and pull the little toy out and like carry him back to everybody else. Is
He's just gonna keep doing that.
I'm just gonna like hand him to Jingles. Is Testy still like spewing snow?
And I could keep going.
Okay.
It's okay, little guy. You're safe with us.
Frigg is going to pick up Testy and start drawing pictures in the snow using the projected snow.
Alright, finally it does end, and you've drawn Michelangelo's Venus de Milo. It's beautiful.
Ah, teamwork.
All right. Well, now that the toys
Guys
calm
are
down,
kind of strange. Why are
you
you
are
guys
kind
going
of strange.
to the North Pole? 'Tis Christmas Town.
I don't know. Someone told me to go.
Also, I no longer look like a Christmas tree, so he may not recognize me from before.
Where did the other nice little toy go?
The Christmas tree? I think the wolves ate him. Don't worry about it.
Oh no! The wolves! Cadley starts shaking again.
It happens, kid. You gotta be careful when you're wandering around the streets alone.
Transferring baby. Sorry.
It's alright.
There we go.
Cordelia?
Can I sniff her? Can I look her in the face? Like, no, Cordelia.
Alright, well, now that the wolves are gone, are we ready to just load up and continue our way to Christmas Town? We should be there pretty soon. I think we got most of the way.
To Christmas Town!
So as you guys
Let's
continue
go.
along, are you guys all riding on Jingles?
No.
I mean, if we're
Now
not
we're walking.
running. Yeah,
Okay.
if we're walking.
So
Are we making the
As
toy
you guys-
walk? Because Tessie and the toy both have very small legs. It's gonna be a while if we're walking.
Frigg will carry the toy.
Testie's like, his legs aren't even long enough to get him out of the snow. So at this point,
burrowing.
Testie has taken to rolling.
You're just swimming through the snow.
Yeah, I'm doing a back paddle through the snow.
Okay, fine. You want to ride?
Yes, please.
Off to
So as
Christmas
you-
Town then.
Woo! And I'm just standing up on your head with my beard flying in the wind. Just
So
like a
as
dog,
you-
you know, like when a dog sticks his head out the window.
I love it. I love it.
Man, you are my best fluffin' friend.
Noted silence.
I can't believe this.
So as you all walk towards Christmas Town, you notice that the right side of the path keeps kind of like getting closer and closer in, and especially for Jingles and Frigg, who you guys walk this path, you don't remember it quite being this narrow towards the end.
So, Frigg, how'd you sleep last night? Testy says, once again with his notebook out.
It's about normal. Maybe a few little kind of disturbing dreams, but that happens. When you mix eggnog and cider, it really doesn't sit well. But
Interesting. Can you tell me about these dreams? Anything unusual, noteworthy?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember.
All right. Causes sleep amnesia. And what about you, Jingles?
What about me?
Yeah, you sleep all right last night? You certainly seemed like you were in a good mood. Something about Santa loving you.
Oh yeah, I get the best sleep when I'm super tired after exercising, and I just love Santa. I have the best dreams about Santa the big man. He's my boy.
Mm-hmm. And then, does the word Pegasus mean anything to you?
Wings.
Okay. Wants more Red Bull. Gives him wings. Note to self, possibly add Red Bull to mixture.
So as you guys continue, you've noticed you've drifted quite to the right side of the path, and as Free is kind of taking up the back, you feel a branch just also like come out of the trees and just snatch up the toy and yank him away.
Guys, his
Guys?
my beard's caught in his foot. Help!
So as Tessie and the toy gets yanked through the trees, so hard that part of your beard comes off and it just drops you straight to the ground. Like 5 feet into the woods. But you're in the woods now.
He stole my beard.
Those pesky wolves.
Let's get him!
Charge!
Charging into the woods.
As you go into the woods, you notice it gets extremely dense the further you go in, like foot by foot. The trees are getting really close together. The undergrowth is getting almost impassable.
Wait, why is Frigg already in Christmastown?
I don't know. Why is Frigg just hanging out in like the frozen bay?
I thought we were going further.
Into the water. Do you try and continue through this like almost impassable terrain?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, I'm going to need. Is that like consensus among everybody?
I mean, I'm not gonna be left alone
Well,
in the woods.
there you go. What kind of roll would that be? If like trying to get through like dense underbrush.
You could do a squeeze roll. I think that's acrobatics or athletics.
Let's
Could
see.
I make a
Argument.
argument that I could use a nature roll?
I mean, like these are kind of the same woods that you are familiar with, so I'll allow it.
Okay, cool.
But like, how so? You're gonna be like, because you know the terrain or you know the type of trees? Or
Yeah, because I know the terrain and the trees. I'm familiar with it, so I know kind of how to like navigate it a little better. I know how to like tell whether a tree branch is just gonna like stop you, or if it looks like it's gonna be a softer one that you can just kind of push through or climb
Okay.
over.
Okay, I'll allow it. Oof.
It didn't help much.
But I think for everyone else, it would be unless you want to make an argument for something else.
Well, I'm very small and still on Jingle's back, so.
Oh, okay. Well, you can roll to aid him then, right?
There we go. Yeah, I can like just point my pointy cap in front of you and use me like an icebreaker.
There you go.
Like an icebreaker
Use
bow.
your head.
So do I need to roll or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if I can roll successfully, then I'll give you a bonus.
And what am I rolling? Sorry.
You're rolling acrobatics.
Yeah,
Easy
acrobatics
peasy.
or athletics, either one should work.
Oh, let's do athletics.
All right, I got an 18, so that would give you the +2 or +4, I forget which. So it's either a 22 for Jason, or a 21, I mean, or a 23.
Alrighty. So, Jingles and Tessie push their way forward with the help of Tessie's head.
I don't
Pushing
have
the-
brain damage!
But it almost feels as if the branches are pushing back at you and trying to stop you and slow you down. Whereas Frigg gets totally caught up in the branches, and they hold her back to where she's at. So she gets about 10 feet in before like she gets caught up in the brambles and the branches, which almost seem to create an impenetrable prison in front of her.
Friggin' Frigg, come on, get over there.
But ahead, you can kind of see the feet of the little toy.
I can almost reach him. Just a little bit further. Can I reach him?
If you want to do like well, what did you roll? You rolled a damage. So yeah, you can grab his foot.
All right, I'll grab his foot.
And you feel him being yanked away.
Ah!
He starts to pull you off of Jingles.
Well, Jingles has a hold of me, and his hands are way stronger than mine are.
Oh, well then, Jingles, you feel a very strong force starting to pull Tessie out of your arm.
Tessie! The trees! They're trying to abduct you!
I think they're trying to abduct our soldier friend. I've got his foot.
Better hope
Pull!
the elves used good glue.
All right, what? So strength checks from Jingles and I?
Yeah, and then if you want to try and catch up and get to them, you can kind of grab the back of oh, good. So
I'm slipping.
Frigg, we need your help!
all right, so you start to feel Tessie get dislodged from your arms. He is slipping away. So Tessie, you start to feel yourself come loose up from Jingles.
The Jingles rolled a higher strength check than me, so are the trees pulling me, or are they pulling the toy?
No. Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. So you start to feel the toy slip out of your. I thought you got the 12 and he got the 9. So you start to feel the toy slip out of your hand.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Unless I can roll again, there's not much I can do.
I don't.
Hero point.
Unless. Oh, you could use your hero point to roll again, if you want.
Tessie isn't feeling that heroic.
So the toy gets yanked off into the dark depths of the woods, and you're as he slowly fades away into the distance.
And I thought the trees only wanted to eat eggs.
Apparently, they have a taste for toys as well.
And suddenly you feel the trees kind of like go back to like normal rigidity and not like the extra hard rigidity that they had.
They're going flaccid, guys.
Oh, you said it, not me.
I didn't like that little soldier guy anyway. Let's just get to Christmas Town.
Yeah, I don't even know what his name was. We're sorry, you're probably dead.
Well,
the thing is, it's not that we don't care. It's just that we don't care.
Can I use like nature or anything to see if there's any traces of him or if he's just gone?
Yeah, you can use nature to look. So you look at the ground and you see his one of his feet had popped off.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Okay, so he's just kind of gone.
Yeah, he's
Poor little guy.
I'm gonna pick up his foot. I'm gonna take it with me.
Wear it
Don't
around your
worry,
neck.
little friend. We'll always remember you until I drink.
Jingles and Tessie are already back on the path, and Tessie's just like, "Did you know I can whistle between my front teeth?"
I definitely
So-
don't want to hear that.
as you're walking, you get to the edge of Christmas Town, and you see two nutcrackers, two toy soldier nutcrackers standing on guard, which is kind of unusual because Christmas Town's always been an open place of cheer and fun and things like that, with usually the guards regulated to Santa's workshop and around Santa's immediate person. Oh there! Who goes there?
Alright, I'm going to try to smuggle myself in amongst Jingle's other possessions. So I'm going to roll stealth.
It is I, Jingles, servant of Saint Nicholas,
Oh, have you come
strongest
for the council
Rainitar in
meeting?
the lands.
Uh,
Sorry, what'd you say?
Rudolph? I said, have you come for the Christmas, the Council of Christmas?
Alright,
Uh,
I've rolled an 18 to smuggle myself as a gnome-shaped Christmas cookie.
That. Let me make sure that passes. I'm pretty sure. Cordelia, come here. You know, we're just gonna say it passes because I can't find it right now. So that passes. Do you have? May I see your summons, please? And you did get a summons, by the way. All of you guys got a little summons paper.
Oh yeah, it got stolen by a little soldier toy in the woods. Of course I got a summons.
Alright, the Christmas cookie surreptitiously hands you a summons out of your pack.
Ah, here it is.
Ah, what about you, Elf Maiden?
Don't call me a maid. I'm just gonna flash my thing at him, and then my summons at him.
What kind of thing are we talking about here?
You're just gonna, use your sugar plums to get past the guards?
Don't worry about it.
Diplomacy. Yeah.
I'm gonna flash my summons at him and just kind of walk by, not going around him, just kind of like shoulder bump him a little bit, even though he's like way bigger than me, so it like doesn't move him, it just kind of moves me a little bit. But then I'm gonna keep walking and I'm just gonna be like, hey, are there any good bars in this town?
I'm afraid most of the businesses have been shut down due to the council convening.
Well, then tell me where's open.
Well, there's a curfew at 6 o'clock, which I guess it's not because it's the morning. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It should be. There should be old Jingle Jangles place across from the town hall.
See you there. I'm just gonna keep going. Heading straight to the bar.
Man, Jingles, you have a very popular name.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. I definitely sorta hate my parents for that one.
He's the Bob of the North Pole.
Right.
It was very confusing in school.
But they gave you like an even worse middle name, so you couldn't even go by that.
That Jingles is my full name.
You don't even have a last name.
That's
They
it.
just didn't even bother.
Reindeer only have one name, don't you know?
True.
All right. So what do you guys? We know where Frigg is going. Where do you guys go?
Well, I'm still trying to disguise myself as a sugar cookie, so wherever
It's
Jingles
really-
goes.
Yeah. The reindeer jingles.
Wait, I don't know where the meeting is. Frigg, wait up! I follow Frigg to the tavern.
So as you guys approach the tavern, you see that it's almost deserted, and you see a bunch of toy soldier guards in front of the town hall with a big sign that says fifth Christmas Council meeting here.
Frigg's still going to the bar. She is too
Hard to
sober for
believe.
this.
Hard to believe we've only had 5 Christmases.
No, there's just only been 5 councils, right? Because usually Santa Claus runs everything, but since he's not here, only in times of emergency do they convene. So as Frigg walks into the bar, we're walking towards the bar. You guys still following her?
Yeah,
Nice. So you
worried to meet Santa all by myself. I don't know if he's gonna be there.
Don't worry about it, son. You'll be there.
I love how the only
you go-
person who realizes that Santa is missing is too drunk to remember.
So you go into the bar. You see it's virtually deserted, and there's just a really old elf, like kind of hunched over at the bar. These kind of these small circular glasses, cleaning a mug, stereotypically.
Well, what's good here, barkeep?
I'm almost sold out of everything because of the Christmas convention. All the bigwigs came in and bought months and months of supply of everything. All I have left is ginger beer.
Was it the strong stuff?
Depends. You got the strong coin.
You know I do, friend. And I start like sliding over like some extra cash with some peppermint sticks in there.
I look around and I quickly grab the peppermint. No, there's.
Oh, nobody.
And he opens up a panel behind the bar and takes out a few kegs of really old writing that says "Ye Old Ginger Beer," aged since first Christmas.
There we go. All right. I'm gonna start drinking.
You guys hear about the missing Santa Claus?
That was the word. Missing.
Missing?
It was something. Cordelia.
A sugar cookie jumps up on the bar. Santa's missing!
A talking cookie?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I know we had sentient toys. I didn't know we had sentient. Well, we don't talk.
Oh wait, that cookie looks a lot like a gnome that I know.
Yeah, I was hiding in your bag. I handed you the summons, remember?
Oh. No, I don't.
Alright, so I shake my head and little sugar granules go flying everywhere, and I look like Jingles again. Or not Jingles.
Oh.
I look like Jingles. Yes, I now look like a rain tar.
Too many jingles already.
Your like beard kind of like he goes up and like makes horns and
Right.
like.
Pretty good impression, huh? Who am I now? I'm the strongest in the land! And I charge into a mug and knock it over.
Is he still talking?
Yes.
Oh, dang it.
The GM just got dropped from Discord. He's coming back.
Oh no.
There we go.
Huh?
I'm back.
Huh? Pretty good? Do you get it? Jingles
Uh,
are you!
Frigg is like laughing so hard she like falls off of her bar stool and like gets up and kind of dusts herself off and asks the barkeep for a shot glass, a little gnome shot glass.
I'm not trying to mock you. It's just my voice always sounds like this.
And I pour Testy the shot glass with some of the alcohol I just bought and like slide it over to him, and I'm like, "That's a good one. You deserve this."
All right, so I grab the shot glass. Cheers! And
Blink.
you clink, but you clink too hard, and you just knock it over, and I'm now trapped in the shot glass.
Somehow with still all of the alcohol in it.
I don't think I'm quite that small to be trapped in a shot glass, but it is now stuck to my nose and one of my eyes. Ah, it burns! Ah!
It's the best way to ingest alcohol. Straight into the blood.
I mean, it's not the worst way to ingest alcohol that I've heard of.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you guys here? So you are here about Santa Claus?
Santa's missing!
Right.
A talking shot glass.
Oh, that's funny. Do you guys mind if we wrap up pretty soon before we jump into like the main quest?
I was gonna say we've been running for about an hour and a half, so we should be finding a good time to wrap up.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me. Alrighty. So on that cliffhanger, what did you learn today, Frigg?
Frigg learned that gnomes make very interesting alcohol.
Alrighty, what did Tessie learn?
Testy learned that evidently there is something eating toys and that Santa is missing.
What did Jingles learn?
Jingles learned that he's not yet capable of knocking down trees.
One of these days, you'll get there.
Maybe it was just that tree. Maybe it was just a solid toy eating.
Also, Jingles learned that he really doesn't have any empathy towards toys at all.
Not even sentient ones.
Not even sentient toys.
Oof. Heavy oof.
Man, whenever Yellow eventually shows up, Jingles is just going to be like, time to go bowling. Blam. Oh, was that your best friend, Frigg?
Yeah, I know. She's left him behind. She hasn't talked to him this whole time.
Oh my god, speaking of which, have you guys seen that commercial? I forget what it's for. I think it might be like Apple or something, and this little girl makes a snowman, and it lasts the whole freaking year, and then just gets railed by a guy on a bike.
Yeah.
It's like this whole heartwarming commercial about how this girl keeps the snowman alive in her freezer for the whole year, and then the first day of winter she puts it out and it just gets destroyed out of nowhere by a biker. And that's the commercial. It's so absurd.
It was for something. I don't remember what.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was for either, but I just remember us dying laughing yesterday.
It's a commercial for, it's a crossover commercial between Samsung for their smart freezers and Harley.
There you go.
Yeah, it is Apple, because the whole thing, it says Apple's brutal holiday ad is a snowman bloodbath shot on iPhone 13 Pro.
Good grief.
I don't ever see commercials anymore, so I never see these things.
It's pretty funny.
All right. Well, is that everything? We ready to wrap up?
That would be everything.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys all for coming and joining, and not dying yet.
We tried.
Alrighty, and I'll see you guys all next week.